Hello everyone, you're welcome to Wisconsin TV. My name is Adre Mbarga from Wisconsin International University, and today I have with me one of our lecturers from our School of Nursing and Midwifery departments, and he is Dr. Francis Mbarga. Before we start our interview, let's go for a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Welcome back from the commercial break. Today, as I said earlier, I have with me one of our lecturers from our university, Dr. Francis Mbarga. Very well. Doctor, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Today, I would love to ask you a few questions about yourself. I hope I have made these to you.
All right, you have the green light.
So, first and foremost, who is Dr. Mbarga?
Dr. Mbarga, simple man, loves God a lot, and then loves his work, medical doctor, researcher, and then public health researcher, and then lecturer. In a nutshell, that's what I can say about myself.
Okay, so what's really inspired you to become a medical doctor and a lecturer too as well?
Well, what can I say inspired me really to become a doctor or medical doctor or lecturer? I want to say that there is this thing that I have a lot of passion for knowledge. That's the first thing. I have a lot of passion for knowledge and a lot of passion for transmitting knowledge to people around me. That helps me to also go forward in my life by understanding some kind of complex issues that involve knowledge. And what actually inspired me the more is also that the more I teach, for example, or the more I do good to people. You see, people take medicine as people who do good to people. That is, medical doctors, they do good to people because they help in treating them. You see, by seeing people leaping and being very happy after they've been treated by any prescription or any other thing that I've done to them, it gives me a lot of inspiration and a lot of strength to continue forward. So knowledge, and then students, to see how students are also grasping complex issues that I teach them. I'm quite very much inspired.
Okay, doctor, please, how many years have you been teaching now?
Teaching, if I want to say in Wisconsin should have been now probably 4 years now that I've been at Wisconsin.
Can you share a particularly impactful moment or experience from your time as a lecturer?
As a lecturer, the very impactful moment that I've had is when students who have completed go out and they come back and they report to me what the impact of the teaching that I've given them is producing in the professional field. I feel very, 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 very happy. And I have an experience last week those who writing licensure, they came back and they nearly carried me up. Yeah, they were so very happy, and they told me what I taught them when they got there. They got virtually the same things, and they were able to perform, and that makes me very happy. Yeah.
So how do you think your subject area relates to current events or issues in the world as a medical doctor?
All right.
A researcher.
Well, my subject, you see, how can I say? I currently lecture pathology and then physical assessment. The truth is that without pathology, we virtually do not talk about medicine. So the various and the, how can I say that? The public health domain in which I'm also makes it that combining pathology, public health, there are so many issues that are stake in the world currently. And recently we had a mpox that is spreading all around. Is a pandemic that now we have to probably face, and there are other issues that have come before COVID-19 and the rest. I think with what we are doing, it relates so very much to the current events, and apart from that, we have a lot of sicknesses around that most of the time we don't really talk about. What I'm teaching the students, it relates a lot with the current life that they are in. It relates a lot. I think that's it. I think in current affairs, there is nothing that goes out of pathology and a physical assessment as I'm talking to you now, because the world has turned into a certain angle where there are a lot of sicknesses and diseases, which if you don't know pathology anyway, you can't relate with those things. And physical assessment, well, that's good. I mean, you have patients every time. There are patients that come to hospital, and at times even when you are teaching, you have students who become your patients, and then you have to take care of that. It relates very well, I mean, much with the word, the current world, what I'm teaching. So I think it's quite perfect at this point.
Okay. So my next question is, what's the most commonest misconception students have about the course, pathology, and physical assessments?
Wow. Okay, pathology, one of the misconceptions that they have, I quite remember some of them confined to me and said, pathology is a spiritual course. If you're not spiritual, you cannot learn it, Well, I think it's a misconception because it is quite a normal subject like others. But what I try to explain to them is that pathology, what is it? An aberration is just an aberration of physiology and anatomy. You got to know the two of them and then see what goes wrong with the two, and then you get it correct. But also, they usually think that the language used in pathology is quite a little bit not assimilable. They can't easily get it. You see, that is a misconception. You see, I also tell them every subject is having its own way of communicating, and it has its own language. So if you want to learn geography, you need to learn the terms of geography. You want to be an architect, learn their terms. So if you want to be a pathologist, then you need to learn pathology with its terms, and then you flow. It's simple.
Dr. Francis Mbarga, please, who is your role model?
Oh, well, my role model, I don't know on which side, but let me say, if it should be in academia, okay. My role model, I have two of them. That is Professor Ismono Tupuri, and then Professor Ellis Dabo, who have been my lecturers in the last few years back at the KNUST University, the School of Public Health. You see, I had the opportunity to have Professor Ellis Dabo as my supervisor, and I always wondered the way he read books, because whenever I submitted my work to him, within the next 24 hours he has submitted with all the corrections necessary. I always wondered how this guy was reading. And then for him, and he inspired me so much that when I just looked at him, I had the inspiration that I had to learn hard, and that was a role model. And Dr. Professor Ismail Otupuri, he too, he's a shark in research. And so when I say shark in research, I mean it in public health. And I've conducted so many researches with him, and I can tell you that it was just explosive, and it's still explosive because we're still in contact, we still work together. These are my two role models because they are hardworking, and they are also knowledgeable, and they are learnable. These are when it comes to academia, these are my two role models that I can cite.
Interesting. That's very nice. And so, Doc, can we talk about your background, where you started education, countries you've been to, and where you are working currently?
Oh, well, there is a small word. We're in the 21st century. I've been in some few countries in the world, but I may not probably mention all of them for one or two reasons. But I know at least for Africa, I've been in Cameroon. I've been in Cameroon for quite some time, and then I learned quite a lot from there. And then now I found myself in Ghana. Yeah, it's a lot of experience anyway. But eventually, I might not disclose. I was here, and here. But it's a blessing to travel around. Yeah.
So please, concerning the question I asked you, can you talk a little about where you started education? Any childhood education, and maybe your qualifications.
All the childhood education, that's too far a bit. I said what I quite remember so well. I mentioned Cameroon. I've been in some few schools over there. I went to medical school there too. Apart from that, I've gone to few other countries that I want to, for the meantime, I want to keep them cool, but that is the only place that I can clearly mention for now. Yeah.
Okay, doctor, so please, what did you specialize in and why?
Well, I like cardiology. Cardiology is what I like. Yeah. And I had quite a number of people around me suffering of cardiovascular diseases. And I got a little frustrated to see that people are suffering of this. So I decided now, okay, I got to also enter it so I can save people.
So please, can you give any advice to students in general on how to become successful in their academia?
Oh, you see, the real fact is academia is a type of life, and learning hard is the first step to that. There's no one who succeeds without working hard. Learning hard and then adding the new trend of technologies and new trends of materials that are found currently, that will help a lot. The people have to Students, they have to attend webinars, they have to attend seminars when it's necessary. I mean, when it's possible, when they have that opportunity, have to attend. And then, but the bottom line is that they have to learn, and they also have to read extensively. I know that our populations are not too much given into reading, but the bottom line is that they have to read intensively, then they have to work harder. So, and then attend seminars, webinars, and use every kind of technology that they have around. You see, this university is so good equipped with a lot of things of that sort. The library, they should use the library, and they use it effectively. And then they use the laboratories, and they use the skills labs. That will help them a lot to be successful. And in academia, it's hard work. Yeah, if you are lazy, you can't be successful in academia. It's not possible. So they need to work hard.
Okay, Doc. So please, why would you recommend Wisconsin International University to someone or anyone at home watching this interview?
Yes. Well, why should I recommend Wisconsin University College? You know, is one of a kind. In Ghana currently, is one of a kind. There is quite a lot of dynamism in the university. You can see the dedication of the lecturers and the staff, that is the academic staff, and all the staff. There is a lot of dedication. Okay, apart from that, the settings are also, the campus is quite a good campus. They have quite a number of items and that they can use in the campus. I was talking of the skills lab, for example. The skills labs are very well equipped, and it depends on what you want, but the skills labs are very well equipped, and then the library are very well equipped. You have the conference rooms and every other thing that you may need for an institution to get. Or they got almost everything. And when you look at the environment in which we are actually even, you can see that it's a very cozy environment that will push you to study. I mean, there's calm, the environment is nice, neat. Wisconsin, I think this is a very good place to be at this time. If you're a student, and especially me, I'm in the School of Nursing and Midwifery. Oh my goodness! You get to come around, and you're not going to be disappointed. I can tell you.
Thanks for having us, Dr. Francis. We are privileged to have you on our show today, and this is Wisconsin TV. Bye-bye.